The following presentation
does not represent Australian opinion or intellect.
Fake news, folks. Fake news.
I'm so sick.
Are you Muslim?
He should have been slapped as a child. He's a spoiled little freak brat who's probably being treated like a prince.
I'm not a crook. I've earned everything I've got.
You also had people that were
Have you been wearing a beanie this whole time?
very
No.
people
No.
on both sides.
Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share.
Such a fucking moron, man. Alright, so this works. I think it works. I don't know. Is that rain?
It's supposed to rain all week.
It's gonna rain!
It's gonna...
That's fine.
Do you
we're
want to
good.
test cough or? Okay, it's not that bad.
Fuck off, man. I've been sick. I legit can't shake this fucking cold. Anyway. Your laptop gonna die?
I think we'll have to move this over a little bit. I'll put it on power saving mode. Might be okay.
That's rain. No,
I think that's a cleaner.
I think that's someone moving some shit outside.
So we started?
Yeah.
Okay, we have started. Alright, so let's get into it.
Hang on, have we?
I can't remember what the fucking theme song is, but
No, we haven't. Hang
like,
on.
subscribe, and share.
Honestly, Bart, thank God we got all these decals done.
This is great.
Yeah, because now I can actually advertise. That's no bullshit.
Do you feel like you're right next to the ocean?
I'll tell you what, it's pretty.
It's pretty. It's beautiful.
It does look like it's a window, though.
Yeah, it does.
No, like, if you weren't paying attention to the actual shitness of it.
Yeah, you'd think, oh shit, how did I go from being in this little warehouse to in the Bahamas?
Yeah, for people that are listening, I got some decals printed thanks to Photo Bookshop. Yeah, I'll plug them.
Sponsor us.
Yeah, they have. Actually,
have they?
Yeah, well, I printed a lot of our stickers up from them. I printed up, what else? Business cards. What else? I'm just trying to think. Have I ever gotten them to print anything else up? I don't think I have. No, but we printed the decals up.
The future business is there too.
Yeah, that's there. We've got the Duke Leverage decal on the wall, and we've got
Which is brilliant.
overlooking window of Malibu.
Oh, it's Malibu, is it?
Yeah, it's Malibu. Well,
nice.
my mate Will that was in here helped me set up. He goes, well, you got a room with a view. And I started laughing. He goes, you should put a decal up, so it looks like you're looking out. I'm like, yeah, man, I thought about it. So then I went home and I searched like balcony, hotel. First I looked up oceanfront, and then I'm like, nah, hang on. And then I narrowed it down, and I was looking at, I think, either Thailand or Surfers. I'm like, nah, man, Honolulu. Like, I haven't been to America. Like, I haven't been to Honolulu. We've talked about it a lot. Like, Nick's gone, John's gone. Fuck, who hasn't gone?
Me.
I've never gone.
I've never gone.
What do you think of Hawaii?
What do I think of it?
No, like, when you think of...
I've got friends that go there a lot.
When you think of Hawaii, what do you actually think of? Dr. Evil.
Hawaii.
What?
Isn't there a song about, I don't know. You know, the people that dance in the hulus and...
The hula girls.
Yeah, that's what I think of Hawaii.
No, I was going to say,
Coconuts.
I picture volcanoes, dudes with Lao shirts just sitting around,
Yeah.
eating a lot of pork. And then for some reason I was thinking about the two guys from Weekend at Bernie's 2. Did you ever see Weekend at Bernie's 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was set in Hawaii.
Yeah, but why did
It wasn't set in Hawaii. It was set somewhere like in St. Bart's or something.
But it looked like Hawaii. Had a Hawaiian feel
It
to
was
it.
St. Bart's. I'm almost positive it was St. No, hang on.
I don't know what St. Parts is. But
They go to... Hang on. No. Wait. Weekend at Bernie's 2.
like, subscribe, and share.
You're a dickhead.
Just going to
man.
add that in just randomly.
It's going to be like one of those subliminal messages. You want it, Niage? You know what I mean? Hang on.
You're an idiot.
What am I an idiot? You keep saying the fucking like, share, subscribe.
I really want to get into this, by the way.
Get into what?
This, what I'm looking at.
Food.
No.
What?
The current thing right now, the mass shootings.
Oh.
So I want you to finish the story.
Yeah, Weekend at Bernie's 2 is filmed in the territory of the Virgin Islands of the United States.
Not so virgin anymore.
Well, what's the Virgin Islands?
Just islands that haven't been fucked yet.
You're an idiot. I'm being serious.
I have no idea, man, to be honest.
U.S. Virgin Islands, it's an American territory. It's in the Caribbean.
Is it?
Yeah.
Caribbean or Caribbean?
What do you call it?
I think I call it the Caribbean. I think. But I don't use the word enough to validate
Well,
that.
we say that we go to Caribbean Gardens. Yeah? The market.
Caribbean Gardens.
Caribbean Gardens.
Yeah.
But I feel weird saying, the model
the
from
Caribbean.
the Caribbean. I say Caribbean.
Yeah.
It's like Pirates of the...
Caribbean.
I feel... It sounds weird.
Caribbean. I don't even know if... I can't even
It
remember.
sounds like Aussie sort of...
Yeah, well, it is. I mean,
Yeah, but like bogan just because...
But even Americans have the same argument. Like one of the talk shows had the argument of it.
Okay, what's it? You know the suburb next to Burwood? It starts with a V? Actually, you never leave your house.
Vermont?
Vermont.
I don't know. Richmond?
No, it's you said the right word.
Oh, Vermont.
Yeah, but how do you pronounce it?
With a T at the end.
Is it Vermont?
Vermont.
The way you just said it, Vermont.
Yeah.
Yeah. In America, that's how they pronounce it. Do you know how the people of the suburb actually pronounce it?
Vermont?
Nah. Vermont. I've got mates in that area.
I'm confused. I keep hearing the same word.
Or I've got mates that live in that area.
In Vermont.
Yeah, but they pronounce it Vermont.
Vermont.
It's Vermont South.
What's the difference? I'm not hearing it.
Vermont and Vermont.
Oh, yeah, but... yeah.
Yeah, but no one calls it Vermont here.
Vermont.
My go-to is Vermont because of America. But anyone that lives in that suburb. I remember the first time
It's just heavy on the T.
No, it's heavy on the second syllable altogether.
Yeah, well...
Vermont or Vermont?
Oh, okay. So you're saying the Vermont.
I'm going to jump over this table.
Vermont.
Are you for real?
Vermont. Vermont.
You don't see the difference between two words I just pronounced.
Like, subscribe, and share. All right, so
I'm picturing those propaganda videos.
we want you.
Yeah. The pictures of Stalin and shit.
Oh, yeah, I might pass a Stalin.
You know what's crazy? Every time I think about like North Korea and all these countries where the media is controlled by the government,
Which is everywhere.
can you imagine that turning the TV on and not seeing anything other than what's been specifically flooded into your pipeline?
But isn't that what it is already?
Yeah, but we have access to the internet. We have access to...
Oh, right. Oh,
Yeah.
like North Korean, you're saying
Yeah.
the very specific. Yeah.
Yeah, like North Korea, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, I can't remember.
Yeah.
But all those countries.
Burma.
No, it's Myanmar.
Myanmar.
Myanmar now. No. I'm talking about countries where it's literally just locked in from the rest of the world, where the media is controlled by the government.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that turning the TV on and not knowing what you're going to see, but it's just going to be pro-government, all like whitewashed and shit?
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. Like now you can turn the TV on. If it's after 1, you know it's going to be like a phone sex line, some bird from like the 90s. I never understood those phone sex lines.
I miss the infomercial things.
They're still on.
Are they?
Yeah, it's always the same bird.
I miss them.
It's literally the same ad from like 10, 15 years ago. It's like,
Yeah.
hey baby, talk to me.
No, not
Dude.
those ones. I mean like the knife ones and,
Oh.
you know, those like after midnight ones.
I think the infomercials...
They're like really pointless gadgets.
Nah, you know what? They're not pointless gadgets. Some of them are actually decent. It's just that you'd never find that shit in stores, and there's probably a good reason for it, because a lot of the stuff that they sell in the infomercials would wipe out other items, multiple items in stores.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily believe...
Oh, because they're like a two-in-one.
Yeah, there's two types of products that they sell on infomercials, yeah? One, ludicrous, impulse items that tap into people's egos and emotions, right?
Yeah.
So, like, you show all the people overweight, like, crying because they can't put their pants on or whatever, and then all of a sudden, but wait, there's more. And they've got the treadmill, with the cup holder and the dildo prong up the arse.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, you can even store it under the bed, and the bed's got nothing under it,
Yeah.
It's literally like an empty hotel room, one of those rape me in the arse.
Yeah.
You know which one's
Predator vans.
Yeah. It's literally like a hostel sort of room from the back of a pub.
Yeah.
But they're making it look like it's someone's house. It's like, it folds right under the bed. It'll go straight into the cupboard. Who are these lunatics with like nothing under their bed or in their cupboard? Where a full fucking treadmill that folds up like a jackknife. You know what I mean?
I don't even have it under the bed. I took my legs off.
You put your bed flat on the ground?
Yeah.
Why?
Because the cat kept going under there. It pissed me off.
What was it doing under there?
It just hides under there. Cats like little tight spaces.
Your cat would hide under the bed?
Yeah. She goes under the bed and she kind of like sits there and watches and, preys on you as you walk past. She might slash at your foot.
It's round.
And like when it's bedtime, she knows when it's bedtime, you're like calling out for it. So she'll run under the bed because she doesn't want to go into her little bedroom. And
where's her bedroom?
In one of the bathrooms.
On the front?
Yeah, the front one, yeah. We've got a little bed in there for her.
Why do you... Okay, here's a question. Why do you have a bedtime for your cat?
Well, because one, there's kitty litter box in there. And two, she scratches the fuck out of my couch. So if I leave her running around at night...
Your couch is maggoted, though.
Yeah, I know.
So what's... The damage is done.
No, but she's going to get through to the foam. And I don't want that. She's like pulled apart like... I mean, it's if I still cut the strings off, it still kind of looks okay, sort of, but I don't want it to like rip off all the remaining fabric. So I chuck her in the bathroom.
So what? Are you saying that she doesn't rip the couch apart when you're there?
Oh, yeah, no, she's terrified if I'm there.
So it's just when you have your back turned, that's when she rips it
Yeah.
apart. So what do you do when you leave the house?
I put her in the bathroom.
Is that legal?
What do you mean it's not legal?
You're locking a cat in a bathroom?
She just sleeps. Cats sleep like 90% of their day anyway.
So what's grating on your balls?
Grating on my balls. It was like a fine Parmesan spaghetti bolognese.
Alright, let's hear it.
What were we talking about before?
Your cat.
Oh, the stupid fucking cat. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just asking, how can you fucking leave a cat locked up in a bathroom for...
Well, they sleep 90% of the day. There's like a statistic on there.
Doesn't seem right.
No, there's a statistic on there. It says like cats sleep, I think like 3/4 of their entire life is sleeping.
We know that.
Yeah. So, whether she sleeps on the couch or sleeps in the bathroom, it doesn't really...
That water tastes like shit.
She's got a little bed in there. Do you want this one?
No. It's tepid water. It was fresh yesterday, but I hate tepid water that's been sitting out.
I filtered all the way. Filtered fridge water.
No, I don't care about filter. I can drink with tap water, but this is sitting in the bottle for like 48 hours outside of a fridge. How fucking precious am I, man?
I think it's a mental thing, yeah.
I only drink mineral water.
What did you say was in there? Prosecco?
Yeah.
Have one of those.
I'm not fucking drink Prosecco now. It's 8 o'clock at night. I've still got to go home and do shit. We don't all sleep for like 17 hours a day, man.
What have we just talked about this? I definitely don't sleep for more than 5 hours a day.
Fuck off.
I don't.
Bullshit.
No, I don't. I've got some kind of weird...
But if I've seen you at least once a week for the last, like, say, 2 months, you've rarely been wearing outdoor clothes.
Oh, yeah, no, that's different, though. I'm just indoors, but...
Outdoor clothes.
I mean, even if I was outdoors, I'd still probably wear the same thing, which is nothing.
Clothes. You're just a dude.
Even my neighbours now see me, like, run into the storage cage, like, just in my undies.
That's fucked. That's illegal.
No, it's not.
That's indecent exposure.
Why? You can go to the beach and be nude?
Yeah, well, look, that's a great hypocrisy that I always bring up. The fact that...
Look right behind you, bud.
You know what I'm fucking getting tired of? The fact that every time I look in the news, it's got some shit. Like, there was something in the news today. What was a girl from 50 Shades of Grey? Dakota Fanning or something? Is that her name?
I have no idea. Well, that is a name, I know, but I don't know if it's her.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's her. She got the gap from the middle of her teeth removed. So she had like surgery or whatever and just had her teeth aligned. And people are like losing their shit.
Why?
Because she's unrecognizable, that was a trademark and la la la.
But she's allowed to do what she feels.
Yeah, but like the fact that people are paying attention to something like someone's gap in their teeth.
Well, that was what Madonna was famous for, though, right?
Not Madonna.
Madonna had the gap, didn't she?
Did she?
She had a gap, and everyone was like, Madonna's gap. You know, that was the...
I don't know.
That was the thing.
You know what's funny? You could turn up with like a Mike Tyson tat and I wouldn't even notice.
I know.
What'd you do? Change your hair or something?
Yeah. Did you have a shower? You had a shower, didn't you?
Shower?
You smelled different.
Haircut or shower? You got the Mike Tyson.
I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
I got some work done over the weekend.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. I don't. That's ridiculous, though. The teeth, the gaps in the
with
teeth.
the Mike Tyson. You know, it's just I was flicking around on the news the last couple of days, and it just irritated me just how often things would go viral based on something that someone was wearing, something. You know what I mean? Like something stupid and so pedestrian, like a fucking outfit.
I saw 7 News on Facebook now. 7 News now have a segment called like Facebook News or something, and it's like the most viral clips from Facebook that are recorded by people.
That's going on the news.
That's on the news, my friend. We're turning into American newscasting.
Yeah. There were 2 shootings in 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. So America's shooting number is up to 250 or 251.
254, I think.
Is it?
254, I'm pretty sure.
No, it's something like we're in the 214th day. By the 214th day of the year, they'd had 250 mass shootings.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's insanity.
And I was watching all the clips go, like, as in the outcry after it, right? And all the Republican senators are all going, they all brought up the same scapegoats. They all said that it's video game violence.
Yep.
And they were trying to tie it in to immigration.
Yes.
Trump did it.
And Trump just came out with saying that as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He made a statement today, I think, about that.
I've brought it up before on the podcast. Video game, and it's something you expect old farts to say.
Exactly.
You know? Like all the old video games, they're all about killing people. What do you think it does?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. But there are video games in every nation on the planet.
Yes.
And Japan, which has the most gamers, has almost no homicides per year, ever. And you see the graph? I don't know if you saw the graph. There was a graph that, what show was it? Maybe it was Seth, Myers or something. It was one of the talk shows. Or, you know, I can't remember if I saw it on a talk show or if I saw it on like CNN or something.
Yeah.
But there's a graph and it showed gun violence, number of guns, and then gun restrictions and the law and the laws and shit.
Yeah.
And basically you had every major developed nation in the bottom left-hand corner. Then you had America in the top right corner. So it's not even on the spectrum anymore.
Yeah.
You expect to go to like Somalia, you know, or Bolivia or Venezuela or something and expect like multiple deaths.
Yeah.
But America's not even on the spectrum anymore, man.
Yeah.
That's how ridiculous it is.
I saw the graph for that. I can't remember where it was, but I did see the graph on it. And like, yeah, America's bar is like, way out.
You want to understand, you've got all these politicians, right? Like Trump, and the whole thing. Every day it's something new, right? Mm-hmm. Like Trump coming out and saying the foursome should the squad, the Democrats, Kamala Harris, AOC, the 4 women of color that got that Trump said that they should go back. You didn't remember?
You're losing me. I don't follow politics. I follow people dying because it could be me.
This was like one of the biggest things.
No, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Trump came out.
What's it got to do with us?
Well, America is the leader of the free world. Why do we have to go...
Leader of the free world.
They are.
I'm the leader of my own world.
Really? Then why are you here?
Because I want to be.
This is the great... You're the leader of your free world, but this is the top.
I chose to be here today.
Even I don't want to be here.
Oh, fuck off.
No, I'm just saying, like, this is as good as it gets.
This is pretty good, though.
It's pretty
This
tough.
is pretty...
I actually love this curtain now. Now it feels like it's not a bare wall anymore.
And I feel like someone's watching.
I'm not seeing this motherfucker.
Eye contact?
No, seriously. No, this happened over the last month. It's about 2 weeks ago, I think it was. Trump came out and basically said the squad, right, makes up of 4 congresswomen from the states, right? They're all women of color.
Okay.
One of them was a Somalian refugee.
Yeah.
And she's a naturalized citizen now.
Mm-hmm.
So they're all born in the states.
Yeah.
Right? One was born elsewhere and now is a natural citizen.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all senators.
Yeah.
They're all in Congress.
Yeah.
And Trump came out and said, if you don't like it, you can go back to where you came from.
Yeah.
And it's just, they're all Americans.
Yeah.
But, dude, everyone came out and denounced what he said.
Wait, so she was targeting those 4?
He targeted all 4 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was saying each of you 4, if you don't like
it,
there,
they can go back to where they came from and fix the corrupt nations that they came from.
Right.
Like, go back to where you came from and fix, like, because, you know, one was from Somalia. Big fuck. The rest were, one was from New York.
Yeah.
The other one was from California.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They denounce it as racism, right?
Yeah.
He comes out and says it's not racism. But it is. Like, you're literally saying go back to where you came from to 4 people that were born in America.
Yeah.
3 were born in America.
Yeah.
All this shit that we watch, right? And we scratch our heads and the world laughs and says, how the fuck are they letting this go? Like, how is this still going?
Yeah.
Right? Next week, now there's a fucking shooting, 2 shootings, 30 people are dead or whatever it is, yeah? Trump comes out and says, it's all video games and it's tied into immigration laws.
Yeah.
The people the people that committing these fucking crimes, they're white Americans.
Yeah.
They're white
Well,
nationalists.
they're terrorists.
They're homegrown terrorists.
It's really annoying that I see news articles and they don't use the word terrorist because a mass shooting is 4 or more people that are injured or killed.
Yeah.
That's the definition. But they're a fucking terrorist. Use the word terrorist.
These
they're
people-
striking terror.
Dude, the last kid, the guy that they actually stopped.
Yeah.
Right? He literally put up a manifesto about white nationalism.
Yeah.
An invasion
The
of
supporting of the Christchurch shooting. And,
supporting like MAGA, supporting Trump's agenda, like all that shit. He literally put that up.
yeah.
Don't call him a white nationalist. Say that, and they say that he's got mental health issues.
Yeah.
It's a mental health issue. How? How is it a mental health issue? Trump is literally inciting violence. Cory Booker went out and said it. He's like, not Cory Booker, Beto O'Rourke came out as a senator. He's running for president.
Yeah.
He's a Democrat from Texas.
Yeah.
And he's saying, Trump is literally embracing racism and promoting violence and saying that Mexicans are coming and they're all rapists and la 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 and we're going to send them back and blah blah blah. But he won't denounce terrorism when it's a white nationalist.
I try and always look at both sides of the story.
There are two sides of the coin.
But
In that, how can you defend a white nationalist?
yeah. I prefer if people just come out and say, look, a terrorist, homegrown terrorist from America came out and shot blah, blah, blah. Get it over and done with. I just don't know why they defend it. But at the same time, the thing I'm confused about is so people say that guns need to go, and then other people say that guns don't need to go because, guns don't kill people, people kill people.
Yeah.
So I'm really confused because if you take the same sort of concept in and then put it towards Trump's agenda, for example, he's not going and literally handing a gun to a person and then putting it in his hand and then pulling the trigger for him. The person taking his own crazy fucking agenda to say, I'm going to go out there because I support what he's saying, not necessarily to the same degree, but it's more extreme, which is kind of when you think about it, the whole, what's the Islamic book called? The Quran?
The Quran.
Is it Quran?
Islam's
Yeah.
holy book.
A lot of that says to basically wipe out anyone who's not Muslim, but yet we're still okay with the religion.
Islamic fundamentalism, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
At the same time, if you read the Old Testament,
yeah,
it literally says,
yeah,
if your wife is not pure,
yeah,
beat the shit out of her in front of her father.
And the stonings that used to happen not long ago,
Dude,
that shit.
I was looking at the Ten Commandments over the weekend. Yeah, the original Ten Commandments from the Old Testament. You know the one about
I'm going to say no straight away, but go on.
You look at the Ten Commandments, and there's literally one that says, you shall hang on,
You shall not fornicate thy butthole. Is that the one? Subscribe, and share.
Hang on. You're an idiot. You're that. Okay, hang on. Let me get them. I'll pull them up.
What are you pulling up, sorry? Oh, the Commandments.
Ten Commandments. There was one that's literally
How crazy is that? Guy killed his soon sister.
Yeah, and her boyfriend.
And boy, that's insane. And he had a rape list and a kill list.
Did he?
And he passed it around at school and he got suspended from school. So
What?
they had information that he was...
As in rape, kill people at his school.
Just names, yeah. I'm guessing a lot of them were school people.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I just read it today.
Okay. The Ten Commandments, yeah? I'm the Lord thy God, thou shalt not have any strange gods before me. So you won't ever worship anyone else. Like creating idols of people, yada yada yada. I was going to say, hang on, do you want me to tear apart every commandment, or do you want me to just go to the one that I was bringing up?
No, go to the one you're talking about.
What I was talking about was, hang on, shut up, Phil. This is, basically, they shall not covet thy neighbour's goods, yeah? And they shall not covet thy neighbour's wife. The basic interpretation of these things is I shan't think about jamming my neighbour's wife or what he has, etc., etc. But in long form, the whole meaning basically puts women in the same category as fucking donkeys and houses.
Yeah.
Being subservient
Rubbish, yeah.
and as an object to men.
Much lesser.
So how can you be a woman and defend the Ten Commandments in any way?
I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
But do you understand what I'm saying?
Because they pick and choose what they want to believe in.
But that's what I'm saying.
Which is just ridiculous.
Look, I could take every commandment and tear it apart. Like
Yeah.
the first one, shall not create false idols, la la la.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you walk into a fucking church, what do you see? Statues and portraits of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not only that,
These saints.
you've got God, and then underneath that, you've got 100 saints that we all pray to.
Yeah.
And not only that, you got a show called American Idol. You got a show called Australian Idol. You're creating idols out of people.
Right. Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yep.
You worship, the Kardashians on Instagram with 150 billion followers.
Or,
Is that not worship? Yeah, or is it full out? But isn't that
following?
Is that not worship?
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? People are stupid.
No, but that's what worship. Anyway,
I mean, look, if you choose the thing. Okay, I think we went way off on this one. But if you choose to believe that, then, like I've said in the previous ones, it's fine.
okay.
But don't involve it with other people. Just hide yourself in your room and do what you have to do.
Okay. Do you know why Trump doesn't call out white nationalism and has not? Mitch McConnell, right? You've got there were two bills in the States that were passed in the House, basically calling for gun reform.
Yeah.
To make ownership stronger, as in stricter.
Yeah.
Mitch McConnell, the Republican.
You know what pisses me off? Are you still going? Are you still searching? Have you read it?
I was just going to say, Mitch McConnell, he's the Senate Majority Leader. Mm-hmm. All right, so he's basically the representative for the Republicans in the Senate, the American Senate.
Yeah.
He's put it all on hold.
Yeah. Put what on hold?
They're not passing the bills for stricter gun laws in America.
Yeah.
Why? Because he has $1 million worth of donations from the NRA, the National Rifle Association.
Yeah.
So you got these gun lobbyists dropping dimes, man. We're talking like big money.
Well, you're joking yourself off there, but
You're
sure.
a fuckhead. Seriously. I can't
Did you actually read today? I found out this, which was really interesting. The NRA paid the CDC years ago to never look into the relationship between gun violence and mental health.
paid them?
Yeah. CDC don't have a statistic on that, apparently.
How can they not have a statistic?
Because they've been paid not to look into it. They can't look into it.
I love how you had that Stephen Paddock cunt. Yeah, the guy that climbed up. It was in Vegas, and he started shooting people from the was it the Palms?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he killed like 50 odd people in the crowd. Yeah,
that was terrible.
He didn't play video games. He was a compulsive gambler.
He was old.
He was
an
a
old guy.
compulsive gambler.
Yeah, he was an old gambler.
Compulsive gambler. Yeah, he had mental health issues.
Yeah.
He was a millionaire who had mental health issues. He didn't play video games, man. He gambled and then eventually just went up there and started shooting people.
Look, just because they're young, they're going to pull out the video game card.
Of course they will.
They're young. They probably play all these.
Dude, what's the average age of a gamer? 35.
33. Looked it up this morning.
Did you?
Yeah, just to make sure. Yeah, you were right. 35.
Yeah, 35.
Mid 30s. Yeah.
That's the average age, so it's our age. We're not kids.
No.
But you get these radicals at 19 shooting up their schools.
Man, I've been playing for. You've been playing for how long?
I've been literally since 1990, 1989.
I played shooting games professionally, and I never was like, oh, maybe I'll go out and kill someone.
Dude, Wolfenstein 3D, I played it in 1994.
Oh, Wolfenstein, yeah.
I was so amped because it was about World War II.
Yeah,
I recognised the Nazi factor.
Yeah.
At 10, I was 9 years old.
Yeah. Look, the only thing shooting games has ever done for me is increase my brain power. Like, literally, my reaction speed.
Reaction.
My hand coordination or hand-eye coordination.
Yeah.
All that. I've never said to myself, in the slightest, even if I was angry, I've never said to myself, oh, I played Counter-Strike today, maybe I'll just go and buy a gun, which I can't, and especially an AR or a handgun, and go kill people.
But that's what a lot of people don't actually realise. And anyone that's not in America doesn't realise this either. You can buy an AR in
Walmart. The Walmart that got shot up or whatever.
Yeah.
He bought it from the Walmart. And Walmart were like, oh no, sorry. When he shot people up, the first one, Walmart came out and said, oh, we sympathise and we send out our prayers, and which is a whole shit. But they sold the gun. But you can walk into Walmart and buy a fucking gun. That's like walking into Coles and being like, excuse me, I want a pack of smokes and give me the AR on the wall there. You got a driver's license, mate? Yeah. Yeah, I got that with me. But
Pay pass okay?
No, paper, yeah. Just tap it, mate. It's fine. You got to put your pin in. It's over $200.
You know what's fucked? This This is the irony. Yeah, this is the fucking irony. The right to bear arms in the American Constitution. Yeah, Americans hung up on it.
Yeah.
It's like,
If
you enforce stricter gun control, it's like, oh, you're taking away our guns, blah, blah, blah,
But
blah.
why? Do you know why?
What? Why?
So the whole thing...
Why they have the right to bear arms?
No, why they are so passionate about bearing arms.
Yeah.
Why?
Because the interpretation, the reason why it was included in the Constitution back in year old 17, was because it was to enable them, to give them the right to form a militia if the government ever revolted.
Correct.
And became like, a total
Came and tried to take your house and take your family.
If they went nuts, became a totalitarian state, then you had the right to bear arms for that reason.
Right.
The irony is Americans vote in mediocre numbers.
Yeah.
So they don't give a shit about whether their country becomes anything.
Government, yeah.
They don't care. They don't vote.
Yeah.
They don't vote.
Yeah. But the people that do vote, and for example, vote Trump in, because, such a large percentage or whatever.
Yeah, but
they support Trump. But at the same time, they're saying, well, I need my arms just in case he goes a little bit crazy and comes try and take my house.
But the thing
Listen,
is,
you can't already own your house.
Trump didn't win the electoral college. He didn't win the popular vote. He won the electoral college.
Yeah.
Their voting system is completely fucked up.
Yeah. It's weird.
Like a state with... Look, I know more about the American political system than I do about the Australian, which says a lot, okay? Mostly because this system is fucked.
Yeah, I think they're all fucked.
They're fucked, but some of the decisions that have been made on our behalf...
Yeah. Oh, like how we don't ever get to vote for our prime minister.
Yeah, we haven't voted any of our prime ministers in.
Yeah.
The last one, that was it.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
But like all the shit that happens, we haven't had a say in it. Like the referendum, for the gay vote and all that shit.
Yeah,
we all voted for it, but the system's warped.
Yeah,
I paid attention to the American one, but it's even more fucked up than ours. Like you have states with fuck all population.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Based on size and region.
Yeah.
Fuck all population, but they have more representatives in Senate than, say, California.
Yeah.
Which is populated.
Yeah, like 10 times the size.
Do you know what I mean? It makes no sense. Like, their system needs to be overhauled.
Well, I mean, look, if you can't convince people that they shouldn't be bearing arms because the criminals have arms and the government have arms, so I therefore should have arms. If you can't convince someone of that, but you're not going to convince them to change something so big. That's the
problem, man. The problem is they don't understand the interpretation of it.
Yeah.
Back when the founding fathers wrote the Constitution, and then they've amended it how many fucking times since then. When they wrote the Constitution, the right to bear arms, they had muskets.
Yeah.
They had fucking muskets. Do you know how long it takes to load a musket?
Yeah, one shot.
One shot.
All right, cover me.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Muskets.
If someone dodges that bullet, you're fucked.
Do you think the founding fathers ever perceived that a kid at 18 would walk into a Kmart and buy an AR weapon?
Yeah. High-powered.
That has the ability to wipe out dozens of people within seconds.
Yeah.
They never perceived that. They didn't know what Walmart was. They didn't know what any of this was. They didn't have driver's licenses yet, man. They didn't have cars.
Yeah.
They didn't have cars when the Constitution was written up.
Yeah. It's weird how, I don't know.
Do you know what I mean?
Happy to change some things, happy to not change other things. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, they're happy to change what's going to make money. Dude, Australia, they're reconsidering nuclear power.
Yeah, I saw that. They've actually, I think they said yes.
For what reason?
They did the go-ahead, I think, on it.
Dude.
Yeah.
For what fucking reason?
I brought this up the other day with just some random on the street. What? Believe it or not, the nuclear power thing. And he goes, did you know in Thomastown there's like that big nuclear power thing that got shut down years ago? And I'm like, what? I didn't even know there was a building there.
What thing?
There's a building just over the bridge in Thomastown. There's a big nuclear power building.
Yeah, I was in Thomastown 2 weeks ago.
Have you seen it?
I remember seeing something big.
I didn't know what it was. It used to be a nuclear power
Australia,
building.
This is a fact. Australia has never had a nuclear power station. Australia hosts 33% of the world's uranium deposits and is the world's third largest producer of uranium after Kazakhstan and Canada.
Yeah, but they built that building to host the nuclear power, and then they dropped it. I think that was in like 1960.
Well, the Liberal Party's always pushed for nuclear power, but nuclear power was officially banned in 98.
98, yeah, okay.
Yeah, with the Australian Nuclear Science and Technology Organisation's OPAL reactor. There was only one nuclear reactor in the country, that was in Lucas Heights, New South Wales.
Well, he told me that if you try and search what that building is online, that nothing exists on it.
The one in Thomastown?
Yeah. It's weird, huh?
I don't know. Coalition softening position on nuclear energy.
Can I just say, right? Like, if someone breaks into my house, do I want a gun? Sure. I'd want a gun over my fists if someone broke into my house. Do I think it's logical to give everyone a gun? No. Because what's going to happen? Well, if I get into a road rage incident, instead of just driving on, I'm going to pull out my gun and shoot the cunt.
That's the problem. The problem is that America's got this gun culture. They're nuts about it.
Everything's resolved with a gun.
There are no other... Dude, unless you go to a third world country, or, you know, somewhere where violence is prolific, like as in, like I said, you've got to go to Somalia to see violence of that thing. But then you've got Chicago being called Chirac because they've matched Iraq in deaths.
Yeah.
Iraq's been in war for fucking 2 decades.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But these Americans, they don't actually clue on that, dickhead, you have a problem that goes beyond who's in power.
Yeah.
You're all gun nuts. You have no idea. You have no value of human life.
Yeah, there's the resolution. It's like... And it's funny, like, even the pro-gun people who are really nuts about guns, and they'll be like, you know, we use them only for good. You know, we only want them for defense. You see them, like, posting pictures of themselves holding the gun, being like, don't fuck with me, and it's like, yeah, I don't really know if you know exactly what you're saying there, bud.
Yeah, but dude, I grew up with firearms. Okay? I've said this before. I grew up with firearms. I went hunting with my old man. Yeah, last time I went hunting, I was a teenager.
Yeah.
Right? I live alone. I didn't have a gun in my house.
Yeah.
I've never even... At one point, I thought about getting my license, and that was more just because my old man wanted me to take over his shit.
Yes.
Should something happen to him for whatever reason.
Sure, yeah.
Right? And my security system in my house, man, do you know what I've got? I've got a trolley pole and a rounder's bat, like a handball bat, like a little mini baseball bat. I've got a trolley pole and a bat at my front door, and I've got a trolley pole and a homemade shiv in my bedroom. Right? That trolley pole and the bat at the front door, I've had to use once in the 6 years that I've lived in that apartment.
Yeah.
As in, I didn't have to pull it on anyone.
Yeah.
But I'd knock at the door late at night.
And you had to pick it up.
And it was like a Saturday night, like 10 o'clock. And there was a lot of junkies and dealers living in my building at that time.
Yeah.
And so I've opened the door, just like, you know, a couple centimetres, whatever. And these 3 dudes standing there, 2 of them in big leather jackets. One guy's like this bald dude, like massive jacket. And they're like, you know, they hit me up. Like, are you blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, who? And he said it again. And one of them started walking towards me. Man, I put one hand on that fucking bat.
Yeah, yeah.
And I said, I don't know who you're talking about, man. Like, I think you're looking for someone 2 doors down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had my hand firm on it.
Yeah.
Like, waiting to go.
Yeah, yeah.
If he came another inch closer, like, man, back up. You're making me nervous.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm glad I had it there.
Yeah, of course.
And as far as I'm concerned, they've paid for themselves. But I haven't got a gun.
See, if you had a gun, you would have been happy to just... Like, the mentality is you would have just pulled it out straight away.
But that's the American issue. That's what they're willing to do. They just go to war. Like, man, have you watched all the viral videos on the net? I follow them a lot.
Heaps, yeah.
I follow a lot of accounts for urban, what's it called, antisocial behavior and shit, yeah? And like, you know, when you get all the white people, like, calling the cops on their black neighbors' kids because they're playing in the driveway or whatever.
Yeah.
I watch so many videos, man, of these white people literally pulling arms out.
Yeah.
Because someone's trespassing or perceived to be Like, dude, they could be fetching their kids basketball from the front lawn. Get off my property.
Yeah.
Like, who are you, man? I'm just trying to get my kid's ball.
Yeah, yeah.
And they pull a gun out and point it. It's like, man, are you going to shoot this dude?
Yeah. You're going to take a life just because you don't want to question?
I watched a video last week, man, of this guy with his missus and their 2 kids. Got pulled over randomly on the side of the road, right? For speeding, apparently.
Yeah.
And the guy's trying to arrest him. Like, it wouldn't tell him why he got pulled over. First it was for speeding, then it was for something else, then it was something else. Like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
He's like, put your hands behind your back. I'm cuffing. He's like, I'm not putting my hands nowhere shit. Like, I haven't done anything. What are you actually pulling me over for? Guy pulled his gun out, man.
Who did?
The cop.
Oh, yeah.
Cop pulled the gun out, pointed at this dude's face. Dude, all he's doing is standing there saying, why have you pulled me over?
Yeah.
Pulled me over.
So the thing is, I used to watch those videos and be like, oh, you know, that's wrong. The cop can't pull a gun on that. After knowing a cop, a New York police officer, I've begun to understand why they do that. Yeah, it's not just like, oh, you know, there's a chance. No, there's a huge chance that, like, if you do the stats on cop deaths, it is huge.
Not here.
In America.
Yeah. But that's gun culture.
That's the gun culture, right. But
not that
for someone to resist. Look, I'm going to say it right now. If you get pulled over and the cop says, put your hands behind your back, put your fucking hands behind your back. Do what the cunt says. Don't give him a reason to tase you, spray you, or shoot you.
But
shut up, put your hands behind your back, and then explain it later when you get to the cop shop.
No. Dude, that's a law, though. There's a law against that. A cop can't physically...
If the cop's saying you're under arrest...
If the cop pulls you over, doesn't give you a reason why, and says you're under arrest, you can't do it. He physically can't do it. He has to give you a reason. He can't search your car without a reason.
Yeah, reasonable doubt.
This is the law,
That's
man.
all they need.
But the reasonable doubt is you can't just be black and get pulled over.
There's no one saying about black.
But that's what they're doing, man. That's the whole point.
That's what we perceive.
It's not what you perceive, dude. You watch these things, man. And
just because they're black, it doesn't mean that he's pulling him over because he's
Dude,
black.
it's literally, it's like, why'd you pull me over? They don't have a reason. Next thing you know, like the same video that I'm talking about, calls his backup, right? Backup comes in. This dude, this black guy is like, he's not a gangbanger. He's just a dude with...
Oh, you mean a black cop?
No. The guy that got pulled over was just this random black dude, yeah?
Yeah.
It wasn't a gangbanger, man. It wasn't like covered in tats, prison tats and shit. It's just this skinny black dude with dreads. Looked like a dork, man. Just standing there at the back of his car saying, dude, look, what are you doing? Like, what have I even done for you to warrant arresting me?
Yeah.
In front of my missus and my kids. Dude, backup rolls in. It's this fucking bald-headed dude. Yeah? Jumps out of his car, just charges him, grabs him from the neck, and just slams him on the ground.
Because he's resisting arrest.
Wasn't resisting anything. He was just asking, what have I done? He had a gun pointed at him, dude. How would you feel, man, if you had a gun pointed at you?
I would shut up and put my hands behind my back.
Because you asked the question.
I don't want to die because I want to be a smartass.
But that isn't a matter of you being, what's it called? Agreeable. That's a matter of police overstepping their fucking bounds.
Totally agree.
This is the point.
But at the same time, use common sense.
This is the point. It's not common sense, dude. When racism isn't common sense. Racism goes against common sense.
But there's plenty of videos of black cops arresting black people, and if that happens, then it's okay.
No, it's not okay.
But if it's a white cop, I think everyone just needs to put away the racism thing. Because I know cops in the NYPD. They're not racist. They have all cop friends that are black. They have personal friends that are black. It's like, you see one video where someone's like, why am I being arrested? Why am I being arrested? And they start like arcing up. They start yelling. And the cop's like, just calm down. You don't talk, no one talks about those videos where the cop's like, just calm down.
Racism doesn't just stop at skin, man.
No, but I'm saying no one talks about those videos. Only people target the videos where it gets aggressive.
Dude, there's videos of gangbangers killing civilians. That doesn't mean shit. So they exist. I'm not saying they don't exist.
Yeah.
But the fact that you put your faith in a police officer to actually enforce the law, you put faith in a police officer to be unbiased, man, and to actually show.
But you're talking about a small percentage of police officers.
Dude, it's...
There's a video of a black police officer pulling over randomly a black guy on the street.
I'm not writing off all cops.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm doing. What I'm saying is America, with their gun culture, has an overtly racist subculture at the same time.
But what I'm saying is that because of that gun culture, police are afraid that they're going to get shot.
Yeah, but that doesn't warrant...
At any given time.
That doesn't warrant being overtly racist or overtly
There's no
aggressive.
statistic.
It doesn't warrant being overtly aggressive to anyone.
But there's no statistic on how to say if the cop is being racist or just doing his job.
Are you serious?
Yes. Where's the statistic? Look it up. Put up a statistic right now to show me how a cop is judged on racism or not.
Hang on, man. Put it this way.
So, can I give you an example, right?
Okay.
The black cop video where the black cop pulls over a black guy, he says, I've got reasonable doubt, I want to search you. The guy's like, nah, no chance. I'm telling you now, I'm going to arrest you if not, let me search you.
You can't just pull someone off the street.
He got a phone call from a neighbor saying, this guy looks suspicious, can you please check him out?
But dude.
It's a black neighborhood.
It doesn't...
Alright? So listen to the example.
You are so frustrated.
Right? Listen to the example, okay? He pulls him over, right? He says what he has to say. The guy says no, and he goes, I'm going to have to arrest you. He goes to get his cuffs. The guy pulls out a gun, shoots the cop. Do you know what the comments are?
No.
Oh, this cop's undertrained. He's a shit cunt.
Yeah. I'm listening.
That's it. That's what I have to say. But if there was a white guy, a white cop, they'd play the racism card. Oh, he had no reason to, he deserved to get shot. What do you mean he got deserved to get shot? Because he's racist. Oh, I'm waiting for the statistic, by the way.
What, man?
I'm
looking something up. Look, what's the big deal?
No, I thought you were going to find me the statistic on racism in cops and how they judge it. I'm only speaking because I know police officers in the NYPD. Like,
Unarmed.
subscribe, and share.
Okay, look at it this way, yeah? Unarmed victims of police killings, right, are more likely to be minorities.
Is that
Unarmed.
Yeah, but from what? Because
From
they've been
police.
reported on?
From police literally shooting unarmed victims. You remember that video? It was about a year ago, probably a bit more. It was a guy that was a carer for like an autistic dude. Yeah? Cops come out for some reason. I can't remember what it was about. I talked about this at length, like last, when it was relevant. Dude, the carer was sitting on the ground. Like there was an autistic guy sort of doing his own thing by himself, completely unaware, sitting on the ground, right?
Yeah.
His carer was sat down on the ground with his arms in the air, like screaming, "I'm not a fucking like criminal. I'm a carer for this guy. Like, don't shoot me."
Yeah.
Cops were still charging at him with their guns out.
Well, I mean, anyone can say that.
Dude,
Anyone can say that.
you're perceived to, that's the whole point, dude. You're perceived to be guilty just by being fucking a minority in America.
No, but what I was going to say was, so you're saying, so
I love you just rubbishing it all.
No. I wanted to say it earlier, but I didn't want to cut you off. So you're saying that the stat that you just looked up, what was it? That minorities are more likely
Minorities are more likely to get killed.
All right. What are the stats on minorities that are the ones more likely to be arrested for crime versus that stat? You know what I mean? Like, is there more white people committing crime in America or more black people committing crime in America?
Okay, well, if you want to look at that, right?
Because that would make sense, right?
Okay, all the mass shootings, majority of them are all white people.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Totally agree with that.
If you want to look at a blanket statement like that, if you want to look at crime in high urban areas, then there's a disparity of. Then you've got to look at everything from social opportunity.
Yeah.
Like a massive stat was the fact that black people can't just get bank loans for businesses. Period. Black people face not black people, just minorities face harder time finding employment, especially in non-urban communities. Do you know what I mean?
Is that an actual stat?
Yeah, these are stats. Dude,
But there's plenty of well-off minorities.
in 2019.
Yeah.
Well, you're picturing Tiger Woods and, Kobe Bryant.
No, I just mean like
If you want to
everyday
generalize-
business people.
What are you comparing this to? Here? Are you comparing it to the movies?
No, in America,
Is
in
it
general.
your friends in the NYPD?
You got to keep in mind that I have half a family load of Americans.
So do I.
Yeah.
And Canadians.
Yeah.
You're missing what I'm saying, dude. If you want to look at social awareness, then it's a whole different story. If you want to talk about who's committing crimes, yeah, cool. You go to Chicago, chances are it's a black guy. Why? Because it's mostly black people in Chicago.
Yeah. And it's got a really high crime rate in Chicago.
Of course it does. It's one of the highest in the world.
Exactly.
But that's my point. You're comparing different. You can't just take a blanket statement from one number and then try and weigh it up to another. Like minorities being more likely to, unarmed minorities likely to be more killed. I'm not going to use it as a blanket statement. I just Googled what you asked me to Google.
Yeah.
Right? But then you've got to look at social issues within these communities.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not trying to say it as a blanket thing. I'm just trying to say that the feedback I had gotten about like why everyone's so trigger happy is because everyone has a gun, and the chances are if you do get a report to pull someone over, like these people were driving erratically, blah blah blah. They look like they were on drugs. They look like they were dealing drugs, something like that. And you pull them over, there's a good chance
I know.
they have a gun.
But you're talking about the NYPD.
Oh,
right?
My
Hang on.
example, yeah.
You're talking about the NYPD. You cross state lines, go down to Alabama.
Yeah.
It's a different mentality.
Oh, well, it's different law.
It's different law, different mentality.
Yeah.
And that's my point. The culture and the subculture varies like greatly in America, man. Like it's massive.
Yeah.
It's not that bad here. But when you go north, man, go up to Brisbane, go past Brisbane, man, go up to Queensland.
Like Townsville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Townsville. Go further north, go as high up as you can. And they're fucking racist as shit.
Yeah.
You know? And I understand why, because there's no minorities there, as in there's no multicultural element there.
I just don't know what brings that on. You know what I mean? Like I
Racism.
never grew up knowing black people. I never grew up knowing any black people. But I don't hate them.
I did.
Well, you hated them.
No, you're a fuckwit. I was in a Liberian wedding 2 years ago, man.
Yeah. No, I was trying
Are
to
you
validate
serious?
what you were saying. I didn't know which part you were agreeing with.
Dude, well, I've said it before. I grew up in Clayton, which is the most diverse multicultural suburb in Australia.
Yeah.
Literally, statistically.
Now overtaken.
Huh? Mm-hmm. What?
What?
You know, in the edit, I'm going to listen to it and I'm going to hear what you said. You're a fuckhead, man. You know this is broadcast on the internet.
Yeah, I know. You'll edit it out.
No, I'm not editing nothing out.
Yeah, no. I don't.
No, but that's just you.
I just don't know what brings on the hate.
Okay, well, there's a lot of
race.
things. Most of the times, it's fear.
Sure of what?
Fear of the unknown.
There's no unknown.
That's literally xenophobia. Fear of the unknown.
But there's no unknown.
Yeah, there is.
It is known. Oh, what?
Maybe-
You're exactly like me, but you have different skin.
Maybe not to you, dude. Maybe not to you.
Yeah.
But to his parents.
But that's what I mean. I just don't know what. I can't fathom in my head why people have such hate against other human beings who are probably decent.
That's because you're a normal person.
Ah, see, that's
Most
probably the
people are
problem.
normal.
Yeah.
Most people are normal.
Yeah.
But you're talking about a psychological game.
Yeah. That's the part I struggle to understand, because I try to use common sense for most things in my life.
Common sense doesn't apply to everyone. Man.
I know, it's hard.
It doesn't.
It's really hard.
That's the sad part. Common sense does not apply to everyone.
Yeah.
Common sense does not always prevail.
Yeah.
Right? If you want to talk about racism and why it starts, it's literally just fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
It could be anything, man. It could be a social issue that's been ingrained. It could be a psychological thing that's been ingrained. You know what I mean? Man, when we were kids, and our parents would sit there and just, shit can other nationalities just because.
Yeah.
Like other ethnicities, sorry, not nationalities. Yeah, nationalities. And just shit can them because.
Yeah.
It's like, who are you, man?
Yeah.
You know what makes me laugh? Every time I hear the migrant issue, right?
And you're like, weren't you a migrant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear
You
it
came
from,
on a giant boat?
You hear it from, like, our rellos. I know it. I've definitely heard it around the table.
Yeah, I did.
They're like, oh, there's too many Asians coming into this country. They stay. It's like, dude, you came on a boat.
Yeah.
You came on a
My
boat.
dad literally showed me the path he took once on a map. He's
So
like,
did mine.
this is where we came on the boat, and we travelled all the way down.
Dude, $10, my old man came on the same boat that your old man came
Yeah,
on.
probably.
I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Like
Yeah.
that's a fact. They all came in the same years, man.
Yeah. And it's not a nice boat either. They're shitty boats.
No, they're shitty boats. You came here on a shitty boat. And you're criticising, like, someone coming from, Malaysia?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Stay where they are. But you didn't.
There's a lot of hate for Chinese at the moment, too.
Of course there is.
Like, I see the comments, man, and they are brutal. And it's like, really? Because, once again, I'm pretty sure you're eating Chinese takeout right now while you're typing this.
Yeah, but that's where people are idiots.
Yeah.
They're happy to buy a TV. They got designed in fucking Japan and then built in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And then got sold to them by a Malaysian kid. They're happy to do that. That's
Yeah.
fine.
That's owned by a Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I just can't agree with it.
But that's what I'm saying. Most people aren't even fucking aware of that.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Yeah.
Because it's not directly linked to what's motivating them to get up every day.
Look, I'd lie if I never said, like, you stupid Asian cunt or you stupid black cunt. Everyone, like, I think you're okay to say...
I can't have you on this anymore, man.
Silly-
You've got to go.
Everyone can say that, but I don't hate them. I'm not hating anyone. It's not hate. Why do you hate people for?
You're asking a really broad question now. Now, why do you hate people?
I don't know if they'd cough into that while they're asked.
Dude, I've been fucking sick for like 3 weeks, and it finally clicked over my throat.
I hate thinking about it. I hate thinking that there's so many hateful people in the world.
Where have you been?
I live in the house. I live in a room all my life. The only time I come out is to do these bloody podcasts, if you haven't noticed.
The mildew just sets on your door, like it's literally like just slippery and just